Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ian, digital marketing consultant and agency owner. And in this video, I'm going to talk about SamCart and whether or not SamCart is the best tracking software for your business. So some of the things I want to hit on are what I like about this software, what I don't like, and then some of the convenience and security issues you have to look out for if you're thinking about using this software. So let's get right into this. Some things that I like about SamCart for any type of business, whether you're using digital products for an influencer business, physical products, or you're even trying to sell some sort of subscription service. What I like about SamCart is it's easy to set up products. So what I mean by this is it's easy to get a minimum viable page up quickly, enter the pricing for your product, whether that's a one-time purchase or a purchase with upsells or even a subscription, and then edit your product page. In fact, I can get a brand new SamCart set up with multiple products in under a half hour. It's really quick to go in there. You can even set up pages to test in about 5 minutes. That's how quick this is. So it's easy to set up. Now, the page editor is a new feature that it has, which is a huge plus. One of the biggest complaints about SamCart in the past, prior to 2019, was that there was no way to really edit on the pages. If you wanted to have an edited, fully customizable checkout, you needed to load up some sort of image that you edited in something like Adobe Photoshop. So needless to say, this wasn't the most convenient way to set up a checkout page. SamCart changed all that when their product team released their editor. So now you can go in and have a fully editable checkout page, which makes this super convenient, with it being so quick and easy to set up. The next one is SamCart's really awesome for setting up basic conversion tracking. So for most people, they might be running some type of traffic to their checkout or their checkout pages, and they need to track users that are coming in from platforms like Facebook ads or Google ads or any other ad channel. To be able to do that, you need to have your conversion pixels and tracking code on the site. And what SamCart does is they have an editor in each product that allows you to go in and add scripts for the whole checkout from start to finish, the checkout page specifically, and then the thank you page specifically. And this makes it really easy to get the exact type of tracking setup you want for each product. They also have a global script section for all of your all pages tags for all of you out there who are used to setting up this kind of thing for a checkout. So it makes it really easy. One thing I will say is if you have really advanced requirements for your tracking, SamCart is going to present a few problems, which I talk about in some of my SamCart setup videos. Specifically, the data object that they have that you access for some of the more complicated tracking you might want to do that involves things like order IDs, more advanced information about products. If you're going to pull that in through a system like Google Tag Manager using your own data layer, it could get a little more complex and you're going to run into some additional problems that aren't going to apply to the people with the regular setup. If you're interested in looking at that, I would suggest you check out any of our videos that talk about a SamCart setup where I go into detail on these increasingly complex tracking setups for SamCart. But if you're just doing the regular conversion tracking, you just want to run some basic ads tracking, SamCart has you covered and it's super convenient. Now I want to get into a few of the things that I don't like about SamCart or some of the difficulties I've had in my experience. Now, why should you listen to me? I've run hundreds of thousands of dollars of transactions through SamCart for myself and for clients. And I've had a lot of experience with a bunch of different types of products. Like I mentioned at the intro to this video, I sold digital products, physical products, subscription products, multi-sequence upsells using SamCart's funnel features. So I've used just about all the functionality that SamCart has. And I have a good amount of experience with some of these more nuanced edge cases and some of the issues that can pop up in SamCart. So one of the things that I've had an issue with that may be completely improved now, I know the SamCart product team is super responsive to customer service requests, but one of the issues I've had is finicky tracking setups. I talked about this a little in the parts that I like section of this video with SamCart's data object, where you can pull information about products into a custom data layer that you're building as part of your tracking setup. Now, one issue SamCart has had in the past is that this data object that they they provide you with to allow you to pull extra information about products, it actually has disappeared on multiple occasions, or its functionality has broken. So people have actually had to call into SamCart, ask their customer service, what happened to this tracking setup you promised us. And thankfully, SamCart's been really responsive in getting problems like this fixed. So in the future, this may not be an issue. I know SamCart's hiring a lot of people, a lot of developers, so they may have this handled now, but in the past, there have been some finicky tracking issues with some of the more advanced tracking setups people run through this checkout. The next one, second thing that I don't like, is the summary page on SamCart where all your tracking fires. Now, if you use any of the tracking setup I talked about that's built into SamCart, where they provide a space for your checkout and thank you page scripts, one of the issues is the way that these conversion events or scripts are fired on the SamCart pages. SamCart basically takes these scripts, and for all the conversion events that fire after someone's purchased a product, all these events for the main product and the upsells and downsells fire on the thank you page. Now, the issue with the thank you page is that there's no type of really advanced security around this page. So if a customer has that thank you page and they save that URL for their thank you page, they can keep going back to that thank you page in different browser sessions and cause your conversion events to fire way more times than you want them to. Now, this might not be an issue for your business, and it depends a lot on how your customers behave on your checkout and with your products and on your site. But if you have redirect links to the back end of your products on these thank you pages, your customers might be visiting it repeatedly, causing your conversion events to fire. And needless to say, that can mess up your tracking and some of the return on ad spend calculations you're making for any of the paid traffic you're running to your carts. It can also cause you to just overestimate, how many times people are visiting those pages and how many sales you're making just in terms of the overall numbers. So that's something to keep in mind if you are going to use some of SamCart's built-in tracking. Just make sure that there's no reason people would be, saving or revisiting that thank you page or copy and pasting those checkout confirmation URLs. So a little issue there. The next one is there's no way to bulk edit the tracking. So if you have a standard tracking plan you want to use on all your products, say you just want to have an initiate checkout event when people go to a checkout page, and then a conversion event that fires when people purchase your products. There's no standard way to do this for all the products without going in and actually manually dropping that tracking code on those pages. Now, this might not be a big deal if you have 4 or 5 or 6 products, but if you're working with a store that has, a huge amount of products, there's no way to go in and make changes to all those products tracking code if it is similar. So this isn't a huge deal. Most people probably won't need this, but it is something to keep in mind. There's no sort of template page for that tracking that you can use across the board. So those are the things I don't like, but they are pretty small and they don't apply to most cases. Overall, I would say that SamCart is one of my favorite checkout softwares. I think it has some of the best functionality of any of the checkout softwares that I've used. And I will say that SamCart has some of the best customer service I've ever seen on any software product. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're thinking about using SamCart, hopefully you got something out of it. You know some of the potential hazards with your setup that you can avoid just by being prepared for those challenges. And you can, confidently purchase SamCart and just worry about all the exciting features that it has. So I really look forward to what they have going on in the future. I know their team's working really hard to enhance their product every day, and I look forward to using this software for a long time. So I hope you guys enjoyed that review. Make sure to hit the like button if you didn't already. Comment below letting me know what else you'd like to see on this channel. And as always, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to get notified anytime that we come out with new videos on paid traffic, acquisition, or analytics. Thank you guys for watching.